Easter Sunday, it was the women's national championship game. South Carolina versus UCLA. UCLA trying to make school's history, and Don Staley in South Carolina trying to restore the crown to Columbia. And cool. Oof.
Do another WWE theme. Somebody gonna get the kick. Somebody gonna get the wig split.
UCLA from start to finish was not going to be denied. Gabriella Jaquez, if you're trying to figure out the last name, that's because that is Haim Jaquez's sister. 21 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Yep. Oh, yeah, he is a drink. Lauren Brett's 14.11 boards, voted the most outstanding player in the Final Four. Gentlemen,
so I was going to say when Lauren Brett's one outstanding player, she looked at Gary. I thought you won.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, I think Gabrielle should have got it, but they want to give it to the face of it.
Hey, Lauren thought Gabrielle should have it. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Johnson, UCLA castles their first women's basketball NCAA title.
We were seeing them boat race everybody in the Big Ten. That's when I had to sit up and take notice. I'm like, okay, I think this squad probably has what it takes to win it all. And if the breaks fall their way, they're going to do it. And the breaks did fall their way. And I think this is one that was well earned because they did struggle in this tournament to get here. And they played a sloppy national semifinals game against Texas. A sloppy game. But they showed grit. They buckled down on defense. And they took out the Lady Longhorns. And they were prepared for either team that was going to come out of that South Carolina UConn game. And wow. They took the Lady Gamecocks and said, nope, this is not your day. Ladies, you will bow to these queens today.
So, Cole, I'm going to stick with you on this one because this is a conversation that we have to have because we do love her. The three of us love her. There's a lot of people that love her. But she did make history in the wrong aspect, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. I think I can speak for all three of us when I say that we have a lot of love and a whole ton of respect for Dawn Staley, and you will hear how much respect we have for her a little later. But of course, this is news because in back-to-back national championship games, her team has lost by more than 20 points, and that has not happened in the women's nor the men's national championship. This is the first time in history that this has happened. Oh, Mr. Ariyama, last year, Miss Staley showed you how you supposed to lose. Unfortunately, what you have lost.
You just couldn't save it, could you? How you teased it and then go into it?
I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you what you have lost, Ariyama, a little later.
How you tease it and then just go into it? Like, come on, now.
It's just when I saw the game, when I saw the final score of last year's game, I just got pissed all over again.
Jeez, your time is coming. Jeez, hold on. Jeez. Mr. McCain, our girl, she suffered back-to-back blowouts.
Well, see, this is what I would say. Um, we do realize who's missing multiple core team this year. This team didn't even gel until the SEC tournament. This is not a traditional South Carolina team. So, now one person's not with the team. I don't want to say names and get the wrong name, wrong place. One person tore their ACL like before the season, and then somebody else got injured during the season. So when you're missing multiple major pieces, and you're able even to get back to the national championship game. So a lot of people want to talk about getting drugged and lost, but think about the job of coaching that Don Staley had to do to take this band of miscreants and push them to the national championship game. And we talk about, oh, she's the first coach that has two big bad losses. Okay. 20 plus point losses. Okay. But you know why a lot of them didn't do it? Because they never got to but one national championship game in their career. So they couldn't lose more than one by 20 because they couldn't get back. I think I think Don Staley is going to be one of those people that is not going to be halfway near appreciated she should be until she hangs it up as a and we don't have her anymore in the coaching ranks. And I think that's what it's going to take for her to be really appreciated because she's not now.
That's unfortunate.
And this coaching job in 2026, this has been her best coaching job, I would say, since I've seen her at South Carolina because she did so much, but they don't want to talk about that because it paints her in a positive light. And Lord forbid they do that to Don Staley. That's all I got to say about that. People call me Forrest
Mr.
Gump.
Johnson, you brought up a game in the Final Four, right? So UCLA last two games came up against the top two teams from the Southeastern Conference,
Hmm.
and for the SEC, it's been a struggle of scoring against the Bruins.
Hmm. And of course, that
Your
continued in the Final Four. Yeah.
your Longhorns can only put up 44 points, which is eye popping to me. Like South Carolina can only put up 51. I can
But
go
South Carolina did better.
going a little deeper. Mr. Johnson, your Longhorns in the Final Four shot 31% from the field and 22% from three-point range. They held Madison Booker to 6 points, 3 for 23 shooting. Rory Harmon, 8 points for 11 shooting. That's the Final Four game. Against South Carolina, they held the Gamecocks to 29% shooting from the field, 13% from three. Joyce Edwards, 8 points on 3 of 10 shooting. Tanaya Latson, 4 points, 1 from 5 shooting. And Raven Johnson, 3 points, 1 for 7 shooting. Mr. Johnson, when you hear those numbers, what comes to mind?
What are the three words that you normally hear in any sport when it comes to a team that achieves its ultimate goal? Defense wins championships. UCLA has proven all throughout this season that they're about that work on the defensive end. They're about the Windex because they clean up the glass, and they're gonna make nights difficult for offenses. So we got a chance to see two of the four best teams in this year get stymied, probably by the best defense of the year and the best defensive team of the year. And you have to give credit to the Lady Bruins and not say, or not just say, oh, well, the Lady Longhorns and Lady Gamecocks had an off night, or in this case, the Lady Longhorns had an off night, and the Lady Gamecocks were distracted by the BS that happened the game 2 days before. No, let's put the flowers to the Lady Bruins direction. They get after you on the defensive end. And if you are willing to get after it on the defensive end, as proven in the national semifinal game against Texas, your offense could be absolute hot garbage. But if you make it more difficult for your opponent, you don't have to have the greatest of offenses to actually execute a dub. So congratulations to the Lady Bruins. They showed the defense does matter, and you need to get after it on that end to get that ring.
Anything you want to add, Mr. McKay?
Nope. I'm not going behind that.
So around 5 p.m., 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the UCLA Bruins first women's NCAA championship in school history. Now they can finally hang a banner up with all the banners that the men got, and there's a lot of them.
There's a whole ton of them.
And Chloe Coates can finally scratch national champion off her list. She was the
Yeah.
longest tenured coach at one school without a championship. No more.
There's no more. Yeah. That is no more as it
At
is.
15,
I was 15? Wow,
long
I didn't know it was that
suffering.
long.
15
Wow.
long years.
Yeah, well deserved. Well deserved. Congratulations.